A lot for this episode is definitely the fight against this creature, this damn thing that the current emperor of Quintonlo is. I mean, like Nafumi said, are they fucking stupid? Because this episode has a lot to do with the fighting stuff, an interesting bit more, well, tiny bit of lore, and a bunch more shenanigans, especially with the blacksmith's master, who honestly is kind of getting on my nerves, because clearly Naofumi's the leader here, but he seems to not give a shit unless women are talking to him. And that's when he can spill the lore about like everything in regards to how the current emperor cared like the monsters and stuff, and essentially gave them a blessing and revived them, despite the fact that these monsters had caused chaos in the past, which obviously that is so dumb, flawed, that the government has to be this stupid to have allowed it. Then there's also another factor of him being able to handle the cursed weapon, which is after they defeat the monster. We get a bunch of fun, interesting things with like how their fighting styles is like. The fighting here is a lot better compared to season 2 with the turtle, because obviously that was just so horrendously bad. But something that is a note is now for me reading the how to get your weapon stronger, and it's funny that the advice he was given was something he figured out in season 1. So it makes me think that perhaps the previous shield heroes and all the other cardinal weapons probably had the issue where they never shared any information, but I think because each one of them were in their own separate kingdoms that they were like guarding, because right now this case with obviously the shield hero is that all 4 were in Melremark, so probably they got a lot stronger on a faster rate of sorts, mainly now for me, because he was able to understand that so long as you believe that the other system does work for yours, it'll pop up. Essentially interesting stuff that he already had taken care of, though I like the idea that he's probably going to bring one of the other 3 in order to see that maybe it might tell them something different. And obviously more fighting with like this creature, an awesome way of just Raphtalia finishing it off. And honestly, yeah, I genuinely don't see anything more other than the fact that we got a little more on the thoughts of the current emperor, like how his reign is. And I mean, I am now starting to suspect a lot more that the current emperor is more of the figurehead, while that bitch that we saw in that one episode is the real mastermind. So I'm starting to think that might be the case. But overall, I think this was a good episode of pure fighting. I do want to know what's next from here, because we're starting to get, I assume we're going to move to a different village or somewhere different, because they need to be able to get to like the old capital in order for the big final climax for Raphtalia to truly become the Emperor of Quintonlo to happen. So I think we're going to start getting a little bit of a move on. But yeah, not much of a review other than the fact that I like the spectacles. It was actually pretty good. I genuinely find out for me getting frustrated with the swordsmith or blacksmith really entertaining, because even I was starting to get frustrated. And yeah, honestly, pretty cool abilities we're getting shown here.